Alex Hormozi is a multi-millionaire who portrays this rags to riches guru personality. And he's built and scaled multiple companies, don't get me wrong. And he pushes two of his own very, very hard, acquisition.com and school. But is his I give everything away for free in my books and my podcasts and my videos true? Well, let me spoil it for you. What if I told you Alex Hormozi has secret systems that he uses to scale not only his current businesses, but his portfolio companies, and he doesn't reveal any of that to you guys, like none of it, except for a certain few, especially not for free. Well, I was one of those certain few, and this is the secret. I paid $24,000 so I can access to his secrets, his techniques, and everything that I need to know. And did it work? Well, this was me before. This was me after. I went from a struggling college, I was just like in engineering. I was doing all that good stuff. I didn't know what I was doing. I dropped out. I went all in on the systems. I kept building it up, and I got my first 106K a month. And if you guys want some proof, you can see the transactions there, my monthly appointments. And this is what my life really turned into. I was able to travel. I was able to do everything I wanted to do. And if you guys need more proof, like what I do, there it is. Check out my Instagram. So let me tell you why Alex Hormozi does what he does. He's doing all this nice stuff, free books, as free as possible books. Put it out there. He's got the game, constantly giving you good, valuable information, which is, it's very valuable. But 10% of the pie, he's giving you the surface level, top of the iceberg stuff. Now the rest is very exclusive. Now the reason he does this is it gives you just enough, just a little bit, so that you can see that he's actually, giving some value. He knows what he's talking about. With the goal being that he wants you to be a client of his in 5 to 15 years, even sooner than that, or just joining school, right? Entry level, join school, never start anything, learn how to do a little business. And then once you get a consistently good, like multi-million-dollar business, acquisition.com is going to scale you higher and higher. But he's just hiding the rest of the pie from you guys. At acquisition.com, how he scales these companies, that's what he's hiding from you. Now, his sales process, his setting process, his sales framework, his ad targeting, his ad setup, his content strategy, this is all stuff that I've been able to implement into my business, and as you've seen, scaled me very, very quickly. Now, I'm going to be showing it to you guys, but how do I know this? Like I told you, I paid $24,000 to see behind the curtains so that you guys don't have to. You guys can watch this video and know exactly what you need to do and get going just like I did. And I was told not to share this with anyone else. And you know what? To get around that, I'm not going to show you a system. I'm going to show you my old system plus his new system combined together, fixing all the little nooks and crannies with this new system that I've created called the Agency Ascension System. Now, the system worked on myself, obviously. You guys can see that. But the question is this going to work on you guys too? Do you have to be a already really solid business? No. Spoiler alert, you don't. This system has worked for so many people in so many different countries. And right here, check out my Instagram. You guys will see lots of my clients here from Mexico, United States, Australia, UK, different niches, solar, roofing, agencies, kitchen remodeling, dentures, literally every niche you guys will see here. There's Matt, there's Gabriel. First week he closed 6K, impact.me if you want to check him out. He hit 1 million revenue in November. You have Joseph, 50K a month content agency. The list just goes on. Now, it's all about implementation. So let me show you guys exactly what we're here for. You want to see the system. You already know it works. You just want to see, okay, what do I have to do there? Get straight to it. Well, here it is. Eagle eye overview for you guys. Step number 1, we need to generate a lot of attention. Now, what do I mean by that? We're getting leads. That's what attention is. We're getting those dream clients, and we're only getting those serious buyers, and we're not getting time wasters. Guys, you'll be surprised how many guys come into like some of my past clients, like literally asking them, begging them for money. Like, hey, here's my Cash App. Can you send me some money? Like, that is the complete opposite of what we're trying to get. Number 2, once we get those dream clients of ours, how are we going to liquidate that attention to appointments? It's great if I give you a list of like 1 million people that are perfect fit clients for you, but it doesn't matter if they don't want to talk to you. So I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how we convert and liquidate super, super effectively. So we get full calendars for you or your closers every single day, getting all the appointments you could ever need and more, and making sure that they're the perfect ideal customer profile for you, especially for your closers, or they're just going to churn and be like, okay, there's a waste of my time. And number 3, arguably one of the most important parts, getting them closed before the call happens, and using the same exact tactics that Alex Hormozi and Iman Gadzhi and even more industry leaders are doing today that they're not teaching you. Getting them to like you, know you, and trust you before the call even happens, so that when they get on the call, it's an enrollment call. Now, then from there, 1 close is great, but 3, 5, 6 closes from 1 close is even better. So I'm going to be showing you guys how we convert our closes to bring in multiple more closes for us. Kind of like, you cut off a head of a Hydra, 2 more grow in its place. That's exactly what we do, so that we get an evergreen amount of clients, so that you never have to worry when the next client is coming in. All right, here is the agency ascension system. It is time for you guys to steal it. It's going to be broken down to 2 parts. Part number 1 being the endless appointment generator, because that's where the money is made. And number 2, getting them closed before the call happens, so that they hop on call, they like you, they know you, and they're all right, I trust you, I like you more out of your competition. Let's go ahead with it. What do I need to sign? Here. All right, what's the time frame? All right, sounds good. Let's get going. So let's start right now with part 1, the endless appointment generator. How does Alex Hormozi get his attention? He gets it in 3 different ways. Let's break it down. Let's start off with YouTube, right? You've seen his YouTube. You see what he does here. He does all these videos, all this free value and everything, but in reality, it's part of his funnel. You go down to any of his videos in the description, you're going to see right here, acquisition.com and school. He's trying to get you into these communities, into his business, so that he can ultimately close you. And it's smart. It's exactly what you should be doing. You masquerade with free value and you ultimately funnel them down. Now, secondly, with YouTube, we're going to be pairing that with meta ads. And as you can see right here, Alex is just ripping meta ads all the time. If you probably look it up right now, he probably has ads live right now. This is just a screenshot from the other day. Proven audiences that we know work. I'll show you that in a second. But combine YouTube with meta. And thirdly, if you have like an Instagram or Facebook page and they see your ad, they're going to click on you to see what you're doing. So it's very important that we have a good solid landing here where we have social proof. And as you can see right here, it's call to action link, acquisition.com. He's always trying to generate that attention and get more people to go onto this page and start liquidating them into appointments slowly but surely. Now, when it comes to meta ads, I just want to give you guys a freebie right here. Proven audiences we know work. Broad ad set, age countries, all that stuff. You can look at it if you want. I do recommend you test 2 minimum at $15 per ad set each. And then from there, you guys can get going with it. If you want one to just start off with, I would say 1 and 2. I would start off with that first because broad is very broken. So as you can see right here, Alex Hormozi does YouTube, Meta, and Instagram to get as many eyeballs as he possibly can. And this is the same exact thing Iman Gadzhi is doing. Go to Iman's YouTube. Look at the link. He's bringing you to Instagram. Go to Instagram. See where he's bringing you to. It's always a funnel so that you can become a lead, so that you can become the cash cow. So let me show you guys a little bit deeper on how we liquidate attention to appointments so that we get 5 to 15 appointments every single day very effectively. Now you have 2 ways a lead finds you. You have the cold and you got the warm way. Now, the warm way is they're coming from meta ads, right? They're scrolling maybe a direct offer ad. They got money. They're ready to go. They click on it and they're coming in from there. Or from YouTube, they're a little bit more organic, right? They may not be in the mental space to buy, but they're looking for value. But maybe they'll consume like 7 hours worth of content and then they trust you completely. Because what is it? The 7-11-4 rule. Look that up. Essentially, it means if someone consumes 7 hours worth of your content, 11 different touch points at 4 different locations, they're going to close without any influence. That's why you see Alex Hormozi and Iman Gadzhi posting on so many different platforms, especially a big push on YouTube, so they can get to the 7-hour rule as quick as possible. Now from there, there's 2 ways you can go down it. Let's go through the warm way. Someone clicks on your ad. We need to make sure a setter calls them up within 5 minutes. Try doing it for a workshop for Alex Hormozi. See how long it takes for a setter to call you up. It's going to be 5 minutes. Why? Because within those 5 minutes, the lead is 27 times more likely to actually book a call with you. Just an extra 5 more minutes to 10 minutes That 27 times drops to 5 times as likely. That is the 5-minute rule. Now, when it comes to the organic YouTube, they click on your link, as you saw there. They'll contact you in DMs, wherever it may be, and you have AI setters going in, or you bring them to a free landing page where they have an opt-in, and maybe a setter will call them up. Now, they both will ultimately funnel down to this step, where the lead gets a mini sales call, not a setting call, where it's transitionally like, hey, you free for appointment tomorrow with Derek, 3 p.m. Awesome, yep, see you there. 40-second call. No, they're not going to show up. If you got a call with Alex Hormozi, he came up to you, he was like, all right, let's get on a call. 6 months from now on a random Tuesday, you're showing up to that call if he gives you 0 appointment reminders or 1,000 appointment reminders. Why? Because you know he's going to help you, because desire has been built through his brand and desire is there. Lots of you guys don't have that desire. You don't have that huge brand. So how are we going to build desire? Well, this is how we do it for me and my clients. We find out the problem, we find out their goal, and we create a bridge between the two, being your service, and helping out as much as we possibly can to make sure we have that trust, and booking them same day, next day. Why? Because people are impulsive, they're ready to go, they're faster, but you book them out 7 days in advance, they're going to forget. We've seen the decay enormous. We don't like that. Same day, next day bookings. I'll give you a little bit more input right here. Find the problem on that setting call. Your setter finds the problem. What is it? This is what's wrong with my agency right now. All right, so what's the goal? All right, the goal is this. Okay, why do you want the goal? Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, do you think you make it from this to this in 3 months on your own? No? Okay, we create this giant chasm right here. We place ourselves as the bridge to that chasm. And they're like, okay, so if I get on call with Derek, he's going to solve this problem and get me to this goal. That bridge has been there. If we just say you have a call with Derek at 3 p.m. on Tuesday, there's no problem I'm going to fix. There's no goal I'll help them get to. There's no desire. So there's no bridge. They're not going to want to show up. That's why you guys' show up rate is under 70%. You guys are complaining. Now, once they've been booked, we are attacking them for that 7-hour rule. The VSL, the setter is sending specific bottleneck YouTube videos or looms to them. Meaning, if someone on the setting call says their show up rate is 40%, which is a problem, we're sending them videos or free little trainings, getting their show up rate to a higher percent, which they can implement immediately, so that they see that free value is instantly there. And they're like, oh, this is great. I wonder what happens if I get on call and pay him. This free stuff is amazing. They go through your YouTube, they binge it, they get even closer to trusting you. They binge your Instagram, they see all the social proof, and you just kept providing the value on top of more proof. That 7-hour rule slowly but surely gets hit, and they close without any other influence before the call even happens. Now, another thing we like to do here, and Alex Hormozi does, is we'll have the setter create a group chat with the closer once, the meeting has been booked, because they trust the setter. The setter was on a call for like 10 minutes or something, going through, getting free value. They know this dude. This guy is pretty chill. And now they just are expected to get on a call with another dude they've never seen about or heard about and pay him more money. That doesn't make sense. So we build that group chat. So the setter introduces them to the closer and introduces the closer, and we transfer that trust over, and we start talking. We get that first glance of a little community. We get that comfort. The closer sends them voice memos. We get a little bit more value going in, and now they're more comfortable getting on that call. So show up rate's higher and closing rate is higher as well. And a quick little thing we like to do, just no more like automation reminders. Maybe send 1 to 2 max. But something we found to be very handy is sending those little voice memos on iPhone. On the little bottom right, you see those little microphone. We should click that, and it's like a little 30-second introduction. Hey, did you watch this video? The VSL. And we start building some comfort, start building them some value and some trust a little bit. And all of that up to here, you guys got them to like you, got them to know you, and got them to trust you before the call even happens. You've pre-handled so many objections in that whole process. You've given them an experience that no other agency or business has been able to give them. Lots of you guys may be clicking on ads, and you're probably clicking on 5 of them, booking 7 appointments, and it's just the same. Someone tries to call you up on some random Australian number, and you get 7, 8 text, but like, hey, you're reminded a super robotic thing every single day. You're tired of it. Then you get someone who calls you up immediately after you call your farm. He's a real dude. And he's just talking to you about your problems. He's actually genuinely trying to help you. He gives you that free value, so you're able to implement something before you even book that call. And now you have that call booked because you understand what's going to happen. You understand you need to get on that call, and you get to know the closer. You get to see this whole community, and by the end, you're like, even before you get on the call, you're like, man, this is something I've never experienced. This is more than any other agency has been giving me. They're all trying to close them on the sales call. We closed them before the call even happens because we set ourselves apart so far apart. At that point, they get onto the call, and the only things that are left are buying questions. They already know they're closed. It's just, when do I start? Tactically, I'm just waiting for this one transfer, and we're good. The lead's closed, no convince, no selling needed. It becomes an enrollment call, which, if you guys have never experienced, are one of the greatest calls ever. You can start closing people in DMs when something like that happens. Now, for the final step here, how are we going to be turning these one closes that we get into multiple? There's another strategy Alex Hormozi does. We call it the evergreen ask. So who else do you know can benefit from our service? You say that right after you got them closed. Not, is there anyone else? No. Who else do you know? They know people. Who else do you know? Well, if you want do you want the service for free? Oh yeah, I want the service for free. How can I get the service for free? I just paid you $10,000. Well, if you refer this person, connect me to the group call right now, and we'll get on call and we get them closed. Here's a referral bonus. It's free. And they love that. And so many people don't do this. Get the most qualified person in front of you who just did a very quick trust activity with you and is still on that high. And they're like, okay, yeah, I trust this dude. I just gave him $10,000. You think they're not going to give you another referral right then and there? Through the little group chat with, having them hype you up a little bit. That's exactly what we need. And that's how we've been able to keep everything exactly the same, but add this one thing and blow up 3 to 6x. And this is something none of you guys are doing. Now, I only have so much time to this was super overview, eagle-eyed. I don't have enough time to watch this all in the video, super in-depth. I could talk this about hours. If you guys want a more detailed coverage on it and exactly how we can build that out and have you removed from the system like I did. I built it out, my clients built it out, and they got removed from the system so that they can get whatever freedom they want. Go down below. I have a free video that goes over it in more detail for you guys, so you can get it, implement it exactly how you can just implement this in even more detail and just go crazy.